So hello guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. In our previous video, we started off with how Regina Daniels began. How she started acting at the age of 7, having been introduced to the industry by her mother, who is also an actress. We covered how she was gaining fame, growing, and getting endorsements, getting movie roles, and how suddenly, out of the blue, it was discovered that she was getting married to Nigerian politician Senator Ned Woko, who was 60 at the time. We covered how the traditional wedding held, and how she bore him 2 sons. In today's video, we are going to go deeper, and we're certainly going to touch on how this 5-year marriage between Regina and Ned has now become estranged. Before we proceed, if you're new here, you're seeing my face for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, drop all your thoughts down in the comment section, and stay glued for we have so much more coming your way. Without further ado, let us proceed. So this marriage between Regina, Ned Woko, and the other woman or women began. The arrangement, as reported, is that Senator Ned had his house at Maitama in Abuja, where he lives alone. And then his wives had their own respective quarters in some sort of big compound somewhere else entirely. And then they would take turns to go see him, spend time with him, service him, and then go back to their houses where they stay with their children. It is common knowledge that every institution, every establishment, every entity has rules. Written rules and unwritten rules, spoken rules and unspoken rules that guides its participants to make it work. Even without being a subscriber of polygamy, it goes without saying, it is common knowledge that for it to work, for it to be bearable at the least, certain policies should be in place. Equity over favoritism. 2, a clear structure, an order of things, and a hierarchy, such that the older wives would have and enjoy certain seniority roles, privileges, or expectations, such like emotional maturity and emotional intelligence, where the husband and of course the co-wives exercise self-control and mutual respect and consideration for themselves, such as clear boundaries. These are the ways that this unnatural agreement may be bearable. Oh yes, and I'm calling it unnatural, and I'm calling it with my full chest. There is absolutely nothing natural about being in a relationship, an agreement, a partnership with somebody where loyalty, fidelity, devotion, dedication is expected to be unilateral, where you are in something with somebody. Even if you are doing partnership in a law firm, there is no union, there is no coming together of 2 individuals where one person is expected to be the one loyal, faithful, honest, transparent, while the other person is not. It is an unnatural arrangement. And just because it was practiced by our great-grandfathers does not still make it natural. And that's why you are seeing all these other countries that taught, all these countries in the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the rest, they are phasing off with polygamy because they know that it is an unnatural arrangement. Women were not designed to share their spouses. Human beings were not designed that way. You know, it is said that human beings have the nature of God, and certain qualities and characteristics of God, like anger, like jealousy, are innate in human beings. What are you telling me? Come on, girlfriends. Come on, amongst girlfriends. Maybe we like just here. Let us just, well, maybe I come out with my friend and another friend of mine I invite her, and those two friends don't know each other. They met through me. And after the outing, they exchange numbers and they start hanging out. And I go to my WhatsApp status and I see that my friend has snatched my friend and they have become besties and sidelined me. Women get furious, mad, and jealous at that alone. This is someone that they're not sleeping with, though. Someone that they're not in an intimate relationship with, though. Just seeing your friend make friends with another friend of yours without your friendship considered in the equation is a ground for dissolution of friendship. Is a ground for friendship breakup. Just a woman seeing her customer patronize another person, walk into another person's shop that sells what she sells, is a ground for malice. Women were not designed for that kind of arrangement. It is culture, it is religion, it is all of these factors that sort of compelled women to adjust and make do with such arrangements. Human beings were not designed that way. And I will beat my chest anytime and say it is not a natural arrangement. So having listed all of these factors that I believe that, okay, even if you decide that that's what you want for yourself, of course, everybody is entitled to their choices, right? These are the factors that I believe will make such arrangement bearable, tolerable, workable. But somehow the public believed that Regina was practicing her polygamy as though she was in a monogamous marriage with a young man. People believed that she had very little respect and consideration for her senior wives, for those that were there with the man before she joined in. And so somehow this her marriage with Ned became everyday news and became very controversial. Let us not forget that there are so many young girls that got married to old politicians in Nigeria. Even the wife of the governor of Imo State is a young girl, married almost like Regina Daniels's age gap, but she didn't marry at 18. She married older, but it's that same, wide margin. So there are some marriages like that in Nigeria. But why was Regina and Ned's marriage the center of everyday conversation and discussion on the blogs? Why did it turn out to be as controversial as it did? I'll tell you. First, there was what many people believed was oversharing, over publicifying of the marriage. There were whispers all over the media that yes, Regina, you are a small girl that has married this man that is much, much, much older than your parents. You know exactly what you did. You know exactly why you did it. You know that this has nothing to do with love, commitment, affection, or attraction. You know, just like every other person does. And it's okay. You have made your decision. But sister, calm your body, enter house. This man has older wives, many wives. There is no need for this performance. Be mature, be wise, be discreet. Not to say you should hide the man, but you do not have to turn this marriage into a reality TV show. Exercise caution when it comes to publicizing this marriage. But Regina did the opposite. She was very, very public with the marriage and the details of it. And she would always take to social media to update her fans and followers. Take for example, while sharing a credit alert of 10 million naira, she said, while going from word to word campaigning, hungry and tired, I received this alert from hubby. My tiredness disappeared even with this hot sun. Thank you, baby. And some people on social media were like, the social media need to know this. You are in a polygamous marriage. Day your day. And she would post, oh, look at the Rolex wristwatch my husband bought me. Oh, look at the money my husband sent me. A lot was on record. A lot was in display. A lot was on social media. So far that just a few days ago, little did we know that such saga was even coming up. We covered the story of where she videoed him in the toilet, just waking up from sleep. The elderly man was about to take a wee in the toilet, and his private part was almost exposed on the internet. So that was how public she was with the marriage, and a lot of people found it a bit awkward. They advised her to build a brand and identity outside being the sixth wife, the spoiled sixth wife of a 65-year-old politician. Secondly, there was the discussion around peppering the older wives. A lot of people were of the opinion that whenever a woman decides that polygamy is her fate, polygamy is her destiny, polygamy is what she wants to do, she needs to understand that she needs to be considerate and cautious of the other people that she is sharing that husband with, and not try to over-colonize the man. There are two great exceptions to Regina coming on social media all the time to brag, oh, my husband just did this for me, my husband did that for me, my husband loves me so much, my husband did this. Let us get a glimpse of what typically plays out under this segment. Updating her fans and followers on social media, she said, so guys, Dim was openly complaining. Dim in Igbo language means my husband. Dim was openly complaining that I don't rest enough. And you all might not know this, but my husband is so petty and cute. Just listen to what he's saying and kindly help me tell my Odogu that he is indeed my all in all. On their wedding anniversary, just a few months ago, she posted, if this is what 5 years looks like, then I'm looking forward to 10, 20, and forever. So help me God. Amen. Cheers to 15 million of us. Love everyone. And just recently, this her 25th birthday that was just concluded on the 20th of October, just a few days ago. Taken to Instagram, she flaunted a diamond ring and she said, guys, so a quick story. I misplaced my ring months back, but you all made it extremely noticeable to my husband by highlighting on its absence. At first, he was hell-bent on not getting a new one because he concluded it was one of my mischiefs. To cut the story short, it sweet me say he don't buy new one way better pass the old wella. So, Dalu so dim. Unfortunately, I couldn't capture the private moments. I would say fortunately, because not every private moment should be captured and published. But yeah, this was the kind of messages that Regina was always pushing out to the public. And it was no surprise when the wife before her left the marriage and announced on social media that she's done. That's the inequity that she's facing in the marriage, that the man treats her badly, and it's just Regina. She couldn't bear it. She left the marriage. She went back to her country, and God knows why she came back. Maybe she was advised, please just go there and secure the bag. Just go there, go and manage. Don't allow that small girl to chase you away. After some time, she came back. And even when she came back and they tried keeping up appearances like everything was okay, bestie, everything still fell out, because the truth about this life is no matter how much you hide, all these things are like pregnancies. One day it will come out. You cannot hide bad for long, forever. One day that thing would come out and everybody would see it. The world would see it for what it is. So despite these two women tried to form friendship and besties, when it's cast, it's still cast. They unfollowed each other. That was when Lila came out on social media to tell Regina, respect is beautiful things. Respect is beautiful things. And they stopped talking, they stopped being seen together, stopped being filmed together, and the world knew them as enemies. Polygamy is an unnatural association. Nobody is truly happy sharing their love interests. And lastly, another thing that made Regina and Ned's marriage very controversial and always in public discussion and eye is the idea of perfectionizing polygamy. Regina was accused of perfectionizing polygamy, making it seem like it was a desirable, unbelievably blissful thing to be in. And she would publish videos of herself in a private jet with the man, going for political meetings and, living the life. She projected herself like the happiest, luckiest woman in the world. Look at this, for example, again. She posted this one. Words cannot explain how great you are. You are a wonderful, amazing, unique, incomparable, handsome, strong, kind-hearted, generous. There are so many unique qualities you possess that I cannot explain. May God give you the strength to fulfill all your great ambitions in life. Happy birthday, my love. Prince Ned Woko. She posted this one at another time. Sweet husband of my youth. At another time, she shared their private messages where she told him, "Hi baby, I'm going for dinner with some other friends. I promise I won't be too long." And the man asked, "With who?" She said, "Some colleagues, baby." He said, "Tell me their names. Send me a video with them. I don't know why I don't believe you." I don't know why this is supposed to be cute and published, but let us just pretend it's cute. "You should be at home resting. You came back at 8 a.m. this morning. Don't wear yourself out. I love you." And then she posted it. "Such an understanding hubby. And people say I should leave. I die here." And she began gushing about him. And this time again, she took to Instagram to say, "Oh my king, the greatest man in Igbo land, Dikem, Obim, Ezigbo Dimoma. What did I do to deserve this honor? 10,000 women by your right, 20,000 by your left, and I will stand gidigba. Because what we share will remain the first in history." She even said that all these things she is sharing on social media, it is just the tip of the iceberg. That the sweetness and the perfection inside is 1,000,000 times bigger and better than what she is sharing.
My husband now Odogo, true, now real Odogo. The feeling for inside house, true, is sweet past waiting with they even put online. Because sometimes when I see comments say where people say, "Oh, no be so then they inside house," so me and I'm go read the comments, we go laugh. Go say if only say they know house we take day go inside house. Anything where I want like this, I go get them. To cook, the day where I say I won't cook, he go even fight me and say why they cook. Say make I come off for kitchen. If I say now say I won't just sleep for 1 week, not do anything, I go still do okay, sleep for 1 week. So it's a very comfortable lifestyle and a happy one.
And while all of this show off and charade was happening, people who had real life experience of polygamy, not the fancied, well-curated social media version that was being projected here, people who had experienced, grown up in polygamous households, we're not happy with what they termed as Regina glamorizing polygamy, portraying the illusion of a perfect, blissful polygamy to young girls out there. They swore that what she was portraying on social media did not represent the broader, truer reality of polygamy, and that polygamy, even at its most peaceful, come with jealousy, unhealthy rivalry and competition, silent hatred, camp forming, constant suspicion, and a bitter tussle for attention, loneliness, insecurity, emotional exhaustion. They warned that she is misleading the public and it is not as pretty as it is being portrayed. That there is a public image and then there is the private truth. And then instead of promoting and projecting healthy, loving, growing unions to our young girls, they are being fed with this illusion of this blissful polygamy with a billionaire. And Regina became the prayer point in the whole of Nigeria. And you see young girls saying, Now only Regina Fee give me advice for this country. It is only Regina Daniels that made the best decision in this country. In fact, I am ashamed sometimes of this country and the kind of women that we can have sometimes. Some women began looking down on their young, struggling, hardworking bobbers in search of a Gina life. So as Regina was being accused of perfectionizing polygamy, she responded, oh, she always does, posting a video of herself matching with a Bentley. I beg those who know car, she that one a Bentley or a Ferrari, which one it be? And she was like, oh yes, she would rather be crying in a Bentley than what? Laughing in a Toyota. But the big question remained, was Regina's polygamy the heaven on earth that she portrayed it as to the public? The events of a few hours ago will tell. And although there may have been signs all along, which we may talk about in another video, what has happened now has made it crystal clear. Let us watch the shocking video.
We are begging you, please.
Now go inside the calm down. If anything happens to my sister, in this house. It's okay. In Ned Woko's house.
No.
In Ned Woko's house, I am nothing. But in my house, I am free.
No, you're still available. Mom, look at me. Look at me, Mom.
Baby, once again, I cannot stand the violence. It's too much. It's too much.
Don't go give water now. Don't go give water. Just relax.
I better give her water, Daria.
Just wait.
I actually want something.
Just relax.
Wait. Shame on you.
Are you bringing out a gun?
Hey, can you imagine? Hey, can you imagine this?
We are begging you, please. Please,
Now go inside this fight. Now go inside this fight. Now go in the fight. Masani, calm down.
So this video, going by what we heard, as well as the post that Regina's brother made, it has shown that Ned Woko has been beating the shit out of Regina so violently that he smashes her head on the wall, on the cement wall. It is alleged that this is not an isolated case and he is in the business of perpetually assaulting her and wounding her very violently. We heard from Regina's mouth when she was saying that this violence is too much. She said that she is nothing. She is treated like filth in Ned Woko's house, but in her house, she is treated like a queen. Her brother had to jump in to defend her. It was a free-for-all fight. It was because when her brother came in, it is alleged that Ned Woko sent thugs to come and beat them up and So the brother took to social media. Let us hear what he said. Makachi, it pain me say una won't finally laugh my sister. Let me repeat. Anywhere where man they beat woman, whether na my sister or not, I go fight with my blood. He called out Senator Ned Woko with his full chest. I'm sure the guy has had enough. And he said, Senator Ned Woko, you get luck say after you beat my sister again, meaning it's not the first time, it's a perpetual thing. Smash her head for wall. You run comot, send thugs. I swear, I for bust all your jaw. My God, I commend him for standing up for his sister despite knowing the power imbalance. That is a real man. I want to strongly condemn this act of physical violence. Yes, just because she made a decision or a choice to get married to a much older man does not mean that she's deserving of violence or she should be beaten up. So it is so unfortunate that a girl that young can give up her youth and be married to a man that old, and there are now allegations of him beating her up, smashing her head on the wall, and carrying out all of these acts of violence. In normal countries, this will be seriously investigated. By now, there should have been some arrests. Not this one we're talking about. By now, in developed countries, he should have stepped down, resigned from that his seat as senator, while the police carry out their investigations, and he will be charged to court if there is a probable case. But alas, this is Nigeria. A crime is a crime, and it is very disappointing that a lawyer, a lawmaker can be alleged to be physically pummeling his young wife this way. But I still wanted us to draw out this very shocking contradiction between projection and reality. The truth is that domestic violence can happen anywhere and everywhere, in monogamous marriages and in polygamous marriages. But people are just reeled up at the shocking reality that has now unfolded compared to the impression of perfection that has been sold all along. Let us drop our thoughts down in the comment section, and I will update us as more details unravel. So guys, yes, we have come to the end of today's video. If you're new here, you're seeing my face for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, drop all your thoughts down in the comment section, and stay glued for we have so much more coming your way. It's me, your girl barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye.